Hello, hello, hello! Happy Saturday, everybody. How's it going? Angelo getting that first today with wow, Nicole, really? Second? And Decoy scooping that third. The BBQ, oh hell yeah, the BBQ was a success. Chat, I'm gonna be so for real with you all. We got spawn camped by a cougar again, so we're just gonna try loading in again, and if we get our shit ate by a cougar again, well, that's GG's, everybody. Here's the thing, we're tucked away in a spot where presumably a murder kitty shouldn't be able to get us. And I'm gonna be so for real, like, it was, like, the character's doing this, mountain lion. That is exactly what happened. Ooh, okay. Yep, that's, oh, yeah, you know, wait, where? Bandages. Well, fuck me. Well. Chat. Chat. Chat, what do we do in this? I guess we just. Like, we just, yeah.
It's just one of those days.
Sorry, chat. It's one of those days where I'm legitimately thinking about just FA quitting and ending stream. But how are you all doing today? Happy Saturday. Oh, hell yeah, Finn. I hope that goes smoothly. Spot! What's up, Spot? Spot with a 220! Oh, what kind of cookies we talking? Ooh, okay. Extra garb, we got spawn camped by a cougar again. Except this time it was right as Eliza was, quotation marks, waking up. So I'm not gonna lie, I F8 quit and refresh, because I was like, I am absolutely not starting the day getting a character resurrected when we barely been on the server for 5 seconds. And I'm not gonna be live long today. And then I reloaded in, and then she just passed the fuck out, and I'm like, well, I guess this is where the vibes are, huh? Right, that's the thing, right? It's one of those things where it's like, occupy. Also, how did it even get up here? There's like no feasible way that that critter could have gotten here, but hey, it is what it is. I hope the instructions were clear enough. If not, then we can, you know, pivot and figure it out. Yeah, you know, all of the effort I've put into this character over the past year and a half, I'm just gonna let her perma under a bridge. Actually. Yeah, alright, we're good. But we're gonna see if there's a couple of things we can accomplish today. Today's gonna be a shorter one because I do have some IRL things to tend to. And then, tomorrow, no RP stream. Our heroes! Help! Oh, wait, we got it. Ow! Oh, bloody fucking cougar got me. Help! Help! Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Hello? I'm right, I'm over here, please help. We heard the sirens briefly for a second. Do you think it's like a delivery driver situation where they like briefly like go near the area and then they're like, oh well, we tried, and then drive away, but don't actually deliver the package, but say that they tried to deliver the package? Help. 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 Yay, our heroes.
Are you, like, right underneath?
Yeah. Is it the
Ah.
same person? I tried
Oh,
to get
God.
away
Oh,
from it and I
no.
passed out for a moment and now I feel really lightheaded.
Let's see if I can grab you. You're on quite a slippery spot.
I tried to get away from it. It's a good hiding spot, but oh, thank you.
I'm gonna put you in the ambo and treat you in the ambo just because I don't want to get fucked up.
Of course, thank you. I think this is the same EMS that helped her out last time. I really hope we're not hot miking. Ah, thank you so much.
Of course. Let me have a look. Just gonna have a look over ya. Alright, let me clean you up a little bit and then apply some bandies and we can get you on the way to the hospital.
I appreciate it, thanks.
And then bandies. Alright, let's finish wrapping this up. And then let me move to the front. We'll be on our way.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yay, our heroes! Honestly, this kind of works with one of our errands we were gonna run today, so... E-gang sign too. What an auspicious start to the day, huh, chat? I mean, funnily enough, it does put us slightly closer to Mosley's.
Well, how's your day going other than this?
I barely just started. I just woken up and I was taking a bit of a walk.
Oh,
So I suppose it's all up here for me.
exactly. Do you have like a firearm or anything to protect you from murder keys?
You know, I have a really nice and hefty wrench. That usually does the job, but
Does it?
it's like a 50% success rate.
Okay.
I should probably invest in one of those at this point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh no. I think with our fake dialect we chose and the hair color match, are we accidentally stealing this EMS's identity?
Hello.
Oh, hello, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Hanagari.
Of course.
Thanks, me! We didn't get her name! That's okay, that would have led to Eliza having to- Oh, wait, Eliza's fake name- wait, I guess the blonde hair is Dre. Damn it. We gotta change Eliza's disguise. Actually, does Eliza even be disguised anymore? Brother... I don't even know. Okay.
Stop touching him, Doctor.
Oh. Which way? I guess we do want to go this way. As long as we don't get picked up.
So if anyone needs anything, Charles, if you're not the only one that falls down on the floor,
Yeah.
then you can use the car to, get people there.
If we can get a crowbar so we can get into the sewers, we can buy some tourniquets. Extra garb? Semi-true. That is semi-true. Oh, damn. Payphones. Ooh. Zoomers. Okay, let's take that off. All right, we've got a couple of errands that we would like to run. Okay. Okay, good. Damn. Joe's going through it. I wonder if he put Eliza down as his sister's number. That's the question I have. Did he put Eliza down as the emergency contact, or did he, you know? Did he put his sister, quotation marks? I think the meanest thing Eliza did was imply that his parents had divorced. Wait, that his parents had divorced and remarried specifically. That, I think, was especially mean of Eliza to have done. Okay. I think we cut through here. Yeah. Good call, good call. There's a couple of people. Oh, not what I meant to do. All right. Oh. Yeah, probably, best we not futz with that. Please tell me this is a gate. Yeah, damn. Wide fucking gate. How far away are we? Okay, we have a bit of a walk to make. That's fine. Oh, wait, is there even anyone that works at Mosley's right now? Oh, okay. I think we find something that is suitable. Oh, that was really filling. Yeah, we find something that is suitable. Because Eliza's actually pretty decent. She ended up getting like, what, 10K from fishing yesterday? So that overall worked out quite nicely. And if we can get a cheaperson vehicle, even if it's just a bicycle, because I think the cheapest we can go is 6K for like a Seminole or something. Well, we'll double check because there might be like a $5,000 vehicle. And honestly, a Weevil, while it would be ideal to have... Hello, and Kiflam.
Hey, cut the Kiflam shit. It's me.
Oh.
What's going on?
Hi. I've certainly seen better days, but it is even better hearing from you. How about yourself?
Broke out of prison this morning.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm lying low. You know, I was putting together a team. I think they all got arrested. So, I think it's how that goes.
That's unfortunate.
You ain't one of the ones working with the marshals, are you?
Full transparency, they have been giving me protection as they think I'm going to be kidnapped by the Faceless, but, working with them is, a stronger term than I would use.
I gotcha.
But...
I was hoping that you could tell me all about what's going on in that kind of front. Would you be able to, look, Eliza, you're one of the few people I trust.
Oh, that is certainly high praise. I'll have to say your call comes with interesting timing because I was, debating whether or not to divest, the protections that they've been giving me, simply by virtue of the fact that I've been left to my own devices for the most part for the, better part of a week and a half, and, well, why pretend that they are giving me protections when I'm, you know, not being protected by them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all just words and bullshit to try and control you.
Always is. Well, I have some errands I have to run, but
right.
if you wanted to meet and speak about, some of the things I have observed, I'd be quite delighted to do such.
All right, perfect. Call me when you're done your errands.
Cannon will do.
All right, bye.
Okay, I think Eliza kind of goes a little bit into her snake era. But we're gonna have to walk this tightrope so carefully. This is gonna be a narrow tightrope, chat. I think we can... Oh, wait, this is where robberies and shit happen. So we should probably... go, like, here, so we can duck if we need to. Hopefully he picks up, if not. Okay. She is around. Paranoid Goblin, what's the plan today? We are going to find out together. I have a general checklist of things that I want Eliza to do. Yeah, brand new kid, not too far off. Okay, what kind of vehicle are... I think there's some of these that you can just buy off of the lot, right? Or was that something from, like, 3,000? Okay. $6,000? I would rather talk to an employee, just, you know, for the RP. And the taxes are probably going to be absolutely fucked. So, let's take a look at our options. They are limited. Okay, it is 6,000. So we can get a Briosa wide body for 6,000. But it only seats 2. That's the only downside. For, okay, like 7,000, we can get an ingot. Okay, a Seminole we can get for the same price, which... do we go for a I feel like Seminole is gonna be one that blends in the best. Very likely. Because we also have to consider the added tax that could be attached to that. So, okay, 7K for a Seminole. And then there's, you know... And Seminole, we know, can at least seat 4 people. Which... Just thinking about use in that regard. Definitely not that, definitely not that. Vans? 9, okay. A Bobcat for 6,000. Ah! Man. Patriot stretch it would be perfect. What do we think, chat? I'm debating. Okay, we've always had a hell time driving the Yuga, so not that. But a Bobcat XL for 6K. Not too shabby. Okay. I don't know, I feel like a truck might be... Either a truck or a Seminole really feels like it'll blend in a lot easier. A bike wouldn't be too shabby, but we can always, you know, yoink a bike. And that's how we're gonna be economical about it. Okay. Honestly? I feel like a Seminole is probably gonna be our best bet here. Bobcat 1, Seminole 2. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of people running around here, so...
Hello?
Oh, hello. I saw on the lemon list that you sell cars at Mosley's, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Are you available to do a sale now?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. I'm at the front desk. I will wait until you get here. I've like
Yeah.
mauve-colored hair.
Sorry, what?
Like purple, like light purple. I was trying to be fancy with it.
Oh, so like a lilac?
Oh, yeah, that's a better word for it.
Yeah, I know my colors.
Incredible. Well, I shall see you shortly.
All right, see you.
Slay. Oh, hello there. That was rather
there.
speedy.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate you for coming down.
No worries.
I'll admit I'm actually deciding between two vehicles, and I'm wondering if you could give me a bit of insight.
You mean like the flatbed?
I think it. Specifically, the not flatbed, the Bobcat truck, or the Seminole. I'm just trying to look for something that's just cheap and relatively decent.
The Seminole actually tends to, go up on two wheels when you're turning. Like it's really,
Oh,
yeah, it's like really bottom heavy, if that makes sense.
very much does.
Yeah, so like, if you're doing like really tight turns, you might end up hitting a wall or something. So
I
maybe the
see.
Bobcat would be better.
I will take that. Yeah, it's I appreciate you for very gently saying if you're not a good driver, the Seminole will be a bit difficult.
No, I mean even good drivers, have trouble with it. It's honestly it's a really shit car.
Very understandable. Well, then the Bobcat XL it is. Oh, I'll let you take that.
All right, sounds good. Okay, thank you so much. Hang on. Hello? Okay.
He's a businessman. And the Bobcat's the cheaper vehicle, too.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right, indeed.
Okay, let's step into the office. Okay, let's see here.
I believe it's called...
Bobcat XL.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be sending you an e-invoice right here. Just need you to sign on this form.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, am I able to pay with cash by chance?
Oh no,
Is that a
it's gotta
no?
be through the bank. Yeah.
Ah, I understand. Well, I'm in a bit of debt, so my apologies for wasting your time.
No worries at all. I'm in debt too, so I got you. Yeah.
Of course, I have the cash for it, don't get me wrong, but I imagine for business tracking reasons, you needed to specifically, explicitly be through card, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, well, I appreciate your time nonetheless.
Yeah, no worries.
Of course, well, you take care, and I hope you get some proper sales today.
You too. Take care.
Mm.
Do you need a lift?
No, I'll be alright.
Okay.
But I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, no worries.
Aww. We're getting nothing done today.
Yeah, he just called me. He said he spoke to you yesterday about buying some stuff.
Chat, we should have known. We should have known. We should have known. At least we can rent cars for cash. But that's not gonna be as budget conscious. But I suppose we're a little limited in that regard anyways. Okay, so can't do that. Can't do that. Ooh. Is this the right spot? Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, let's see. A, if it's unlocked. B, if memory serves us correctly, which, wait. No, I'm lost. I actually don't know where we are. Wait, wasn't it? Maybe we passed it? Because this is where the forum one is, isn't it? Should be here. Unless I'm like out of my gourd. But I also can't see shit because how dark it is, so there is that. Maybe it is up here. You know what? Fuck it! Probably passed it like 3 times too. I think today's just kind of a flop day, chat. Why is this in the middle of the sidewalk? Maybe this has always been here. Not gonna lie, just seems like poor city planning. Well, good news, we were able to get in contact with a Mosley sailor. Which I wasn't certain that we were going to be able to do, but bad news. Okay, bad news, can't buy a car. Good news, have more cash for food. Bad news, we have to rent. Good news, we might not have to rent that much. Maybe they'll do like an end of the world discount or something. What if the archivists do us a solid, completely shut down the banks, so that nobody has access to their bank accounts unless everyone panics and draws out all their money at the same time, which, you know, isn't just as bad, presumably. Then, nothing has value, therefore, everything is free. I am an understander of economics. And I have reason to believe that my theory is ironclad. My logic, flawless. We might have to jaywalk here. Because I know people don't obey or respect pedestrian crossing spots. Oh. Is it too much?
Hello?
Oh, hello, yeah?
Oh, sorry, wrong number.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you.
I think it's gotten to the point where Eliza's gonna be as amicable as possible. While it could be cool to continue doing this aspect of the arc, I think the radio silence for the past couple of weeks, excepting a couple of days, right? Like, there were 1 or 2 days where Eliza did, you know, have contact with people and whatnot. But it's gotten to the point where if they're gonna be like, please reach out to us if you need anything. No, you're not a burden at all. And then radio silence or ignoring Eliza's texts and calls, it's kind of like, yeah, we're gonna read between the lines and just have Eliza move on. And I want to make this very clear. This is like Eliza's opinion on things, right? I think we can all recognize that the marshals are so fucking busy that the safety of a fucking treasonist probably isn't a priority anymore. So let's make sure that that's very clear. Return vehicle. Oh, I was about to say. Return what? Okay. 800, 600. Ooh. Actually, what's the tea with the ingot? We usually get the Seminole. But I kind of want to see... Okay, 600 plus tax. $209. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay, not too bad. That's not what I wanted to do, but we're committing. Is anyone? Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Cassie gave me your number. It's Chris.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. I am hoping to return a key and was wondering where and when would
Yes.
be the best place and time to do such. I want to make sure that I'm conscious of your schedule with as demand as you all are.
No, that's fine. So you don't need it anymore. You're all squared away.
I believe it is probably prudent that I no longer make myself a strain on what is about to become an even busier life for a lot of us.
Okay. What you can do then is if you probably the safest thing would be if you just hide it somewhere like on the property. It's a fairly inconspicuous key.
Mm-hmm.
Like in a bush or like in the chicken coop or under the chair or something.
I was about to say that's precisely where I was planning to put it.
Yeah.
Chickens seem rather very much in control of themselves, so I doubt they will attempt to consume it.
Some of them have warrants. Keep an eye out for. Yeah, one of them has a warrant. It's Henrietta Lucille Thomas. I can't tell which is which. She has a warrant for weapons trafficking, and she shot off a bunch of cops in a courthouse. So if you see one that looks like it's Henrietta, then don't let her see where you put the key. But other than that, the rest of them are chill.
I will be cautious. Honestly, that explains a lot because one of the chickens did try to dap me up, which I didn't quite understand. I think they might have perhaps seen me as a bit of brethren. I don't know if they saw my rap sheet, but I think our circumstances are very different. But
yeah, none of them are snitches, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I already ate the snitches.
Good call. With that said, I thank you very much for your time, and I very much appreciate the generosity that you all showed. It really exceeded expectations, but I believe, based off of how busy everyone is, I no longer want to play phone tag or be a bit of a ghost guest, so...
Gotcha. If you feel like you need it, or if you need like another safe place to hide out in, then just let me know, and I'll return the key back to you. It's fine.
That is exceedingly generous. Well, I appreciate it, and stay off there. Stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your day.
You as well. Bye.
I literally literally choked while I was talking. Embarrassing. But also kind of funny. As if. I can't fucking talk. Also might just be overheating a little bit, TBQH chat. Because I found out my audio issues were because my air conditioner, which is, you know, the thing that's keeping me alive right now, was the reason why my audio was so fucky. So I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta choose between living and having good audio. Well, I guess I know what the choice is gonna be. Good audio, because I do it for you! I'm not an idiot. You just don't understand racing lines. And that's on you, doofus ass. Now, the question is, does Eliza continue to be more incognito? Or do we have her go about as herself? I'm still debating that, because there is still a question of safety for Eliza. Trashman, that would be great if I could do something like that, but simply by virtue of the way that my living quarters are built, and it's also an old as fuck house that, like, retains humidity. I think whoever built this house was deficient in reason. Slash me takes out phone. Slash me takes out phone and takes picture. Slash me takes out phone and takes picture. Yeah. It's like the house is humid as fuck, but then during the winter, it doesn't retain heat the way that it should. Which, right, the fact that I even have a roof over my head is something I ought not be complete. God damn, the chicken went into the pudding. Okay, I think we... Hello? Okay, there we go. Alright. We got that achieved. We got that achieved. But you know what? I really shouldn't complain, because there's a fuck ton of houses on the East Coast that are just awful. I remember touring Edgar Allan Poe's, you know, the historic site that's marked as his house. And it was in August. Which is the month we're in, wow! And it was suffocating. How those Victorians were dying from more than that? Actually baffling. But, oh, wait, we got a rental and it only has half gas? Everyone should go to prison. Okay, yeah, we'll go to this one. I guess the question is, do we... Alright, never fill gas up auto rental. Oh, wait. Yeah, are there even any gas stations working? Bro, shit's fricked. Shit is pretty bad right now. It's kind of crazy. I think we do this. He keeps butt dialing Eliza. It's so funny. Do we have Eliza dress up as Eliza? I think that's the present question. Do we do these pants? I guess they would be... Hello and good day, Cassie.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
About as well as any of us. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. We got a 15-minute recess at court, so I'm just calling you to see what's going on.
No, I simply wanted to express my gratitude for the truly the time and generosity that you all have granted and extended to me. It truly is not lost to me the amount of privileges that I've been afforded over the course of the past month. I think it's simply... I needed to take stock of the challenges that we are facing and simply recognize that as cordial and generous that yourself and the other marshals and the director have been, if when it's about 2 weeks of phone tag and little to no communication, that's probably a sign that I should gracefully walk another avenue.
Of course I am. I do apologize for that. We've been very, very busy.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. That is not said in any attempt to enforce guilt or anything passive-aggressive. No, it's legitimately me recognizing that there are larger, pressing, dire matters at hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be irresponsible of me to try to play passenger princess while you all are putting your lives on the line. If that framing makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I hope you know it's not out of any ill will or anything. It truly is me recognizing, they have a lot on their plate. I know that there's other avenues I can walk that will not be as burdensome to those who already have untold responsibilities on their shoulders.
No worries. Well, you're welcome back anytime. If you need help or anything, feel free to reach out to myself or Brian, whoever.
Mm-hmm. Riker has also been incredibly magnanimous?
Magnanimous?
I had to think way too hard about that word. Regardless, I truly am deeply grateful, and I hope... I hope those words are taken sincerely, because I really do mean it.
Of course they are, yes.
With that said, I hope you all stay safe, and if I catch wind of anything particularly vital, I will make sure to pass that on.
Of course, we appreciate it. I do know your friends, you've probably already been in contact, but they are currently out on parole
Mhm.
somewhere in Los Santos. I have an inkling where, and I'm sure you'll be able to find them if need be.
I've been able to check in on them. I, honestly, out of an attempt at respect, I'm going to give them whatever space I can.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
appreciate
Well,
it greatly.
Of course. You stay safe, okay, Chris?
And I hope the rest of your court case is not, trudging and slow.
Well, we're getting up to the closing statement, so
Very nice. Well, I hope it
Yeah.
wraps up smoothly.
me too.
And twatter memes with people being sarcastic who don't really understand law are relatively minimal.
Good.
With that said, take care.
You too. I'll talk to you later. Great. Stay safe. Bye.
Cassie's such a sweetheart. I think it's one of those things where, because of the way Eliza expresses herself, she really does mean what she's saying, but... And that's the kind of fun of, like, playing around with subtext with these things. I think with the way that Eliza, the character, says things, or the way that I play her, is that it can be taken as passive-aggressive, even when Eliza doesn't mean it to be. And that's kind of the way that I wanted to play it. But no, in Eliza's mind, she truly thinks, like, okay, especially with what she learned about Brian, there's a lot of shaky gray area there. Where she wants to, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt in some areas, she does recognize that he is also playing a game in the grander scheme. And she doesn't quite share the same... I'm pretty sure all of the refugees, quotation marks, at Camp Dignity are, like, very much, like, on that fuck Brian Knight shit. Eliza's not quite on that. She understands that there's more complex things going on. But that doesn't mean that she trusts him implicitly, you know what I mean? I think that's just a general blanket thing because of the things that she's experienced. Just overall. Okay, we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. We got... Ryan is busy, so we're probably never gonna hear from him again. Dr. Harry Brooks. I don't think we've ever met a Dr. Harry Brooks, but then again... line is busy. I think we... Oh wait, he's not much of a texter either, is he? Okay. So, Eliza has a couple things to consider. I think Eliza should be in something a little... I don't know. I don't know if Eliza wears this, necessarily. Because I think she's gonna be doing a little more... I'm trying to think. What are the things Eliza is likely to have? I think what's really fun is that we're kind of rounding out what I have come to visualize as a year-long arc of Eliza losing herself, right? Losing some key aspects of her identity. Right? The entire collapse of New Epsilon, moving to Babylon, letting things go, but also holding on to things. Being completely broken down on multiple levels of ego. And then kind of circling back and taking everything that she has learned and kind of reconvening those different pieces of herself into what at least appears to be right now a more realized version of the character based off of, you know, the external circumstances that have brought her to this point. For sure, for sure. Yeah, like, just throughout the entirety of Babylon, Eliza's had a huge identity crisis. Very much to the tune of, like, who am I? Like, who am I truly? What is my place in everything? Because beforehand, right, with Epsilon, Eliza felt like she had a very clear pathway. Ooh, wait, wasn't there light blue? Hold on. And then a lot of stuff kind of broke down in Babylon. Eliza was more generous and forgiving in some ways. Ooh, wait, are these the pants we want? I don't know if these are the pants we want. I think... Okay, one of these has got to be the right one. Yes! Now, things may change, things may shift, right? With everything that Eliza has experienced and whatnot. I think something baggier with, like, dirty boots might be the tea. Because Eliza hasn't really earned full, you know, business attire yet. And it's kind of interesting how, you know, things that happen around her kind of enforce some of those thoughts, right? Which is kind of funny. Let's see. Do we do blue boots, black pants? Let's see, because it's 136. Are black pants blue boots? Because I think when she came to Babylon, she had, like, the gray version of these. Which would make sense. Because she had, like, these. I think that actually makes a lot more sense. Hold on. Because it's not a... Because even though we've been kind of having the character talk about Epsilon a little more, we're still kind of in that middle ground. Which I think makes a little more sense for us to play around in. We might have to delete... Might have to delete another fit. Yeah, we're gonna have to delete another fit. Okay. I think Chris outfits 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we can get rid of Marshall Fan 69. Spaceman! on! Ah, spaceman, I appreciate that. We'll see. Eliza's kinda... We're kind of exploring some things with the character right now, which... Whew! Alright, this feels a little closer to... Okay, we'll do this, and then we'll go fix the makeup sitch. Because right now, Eliza's kind of like in a bit of glam. Hold on, can we get like... Yeah, the makeup's a little too fab right now, so we gotta fix that. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I can't remember if it was yesterday where I didn't fully answer the question, where someone in chat asked if there was anyone else Eliza was going to take revenge on. Now, Eliza has been considering, for a long fucking time, doing something to a certain government employee, but I think more and more, Eliza is gonna hold off on doing anything in regards to that, simply by virtue of the fact that she recognizes that this particular character is one of the only ones who does high levels of the specific kind of job she does. Exactly! Down with all faceless dogs. I'm not gonna lie, the past couple of times Eliza's driven past the Epsilon building, we've debated having her deface it, but I feel like that might be a little too on the nose. I think this is really fun because, you know, I think we all can kind of feel narratively we're getting close to the apex, right? Of where this, you know, for many people 4-year long, but for Eliza specifically, almost 2-year-long arc of things getting challenged, things changing, losing people, losing herself, becoming listless, you know, listless, apologies, you know, lost, unproductive. You know, desperate, angry, scared, sad. There's a lot that's happened that has changed Eliza just like fundamentally as a person, where some of her convictions absolutely have shifted 100%. And we're at that point where as we reach this apex, we're starting to see where the denouement, right after the peak, where the catharsis, the ebbing down of the story, and we're kind of like building to what that climax is gonna look like. And if Eliza survives everything, what life could look like for Eliza once the new world order comes around, right? And I think this will be an angle where Eliza can try as a character, whether or not we're successful with it is a whole other question, but try to take everything she's learned, everything she's observed, every person that she has met and learned from, and see how that ends up shaping and determining the character's actions in the future. Ooh! Oh yeah. Space and I appreciate the enthusiasm, but try to make sure we're not metaing, right? I know you didn't say anything super specific, but you know, with the style of roleplay I do, I try to make sure that I find that stuff out organically in game. Oh! We're not getting our deposit back. I'm gonna be so for real, I was not paying attention. And now that rabbit is staring, and those oh god, they saw everything. They saw everything, oh god. Oh no, majestic creature! Sorry, I was looking at chat! Oh god, alright, we're just gonna... Yeah, chat, remember when I said I was cooked? I think today is just kind of a cursed day overall. Oh golly. Good job. 10 out of 10. I think, funnily enough, the spot that we're going is right across the street from the cauldron, so... Or actually... Yes? Yes. Hell yeah, let's park right in front of this fire hydrant. Let's go! Oh, you know what? That is quite all right, Spaceman. That's totally okay. Nope, Eliza's been avoiding a lot of people from that group because of what happened in Cleveland. Ooh, which I think I can clear this. Do I, Kaylee, as a role player, miss RPing with those characters? Absolutely! They're a bunch of really awesome role players. But is Eliza going to be extra cautious because of everything that happened in Cleveland? Etc. Oh, yeah. Cleveland was a group hallucination. I think we can all agree. Okay, will this come off? It won't. Okay, so we gotta do some guesswork here, but that's okay. Oh wait, damn, did we return Eliza's? That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Did we return Eliza's makeup to fucking normal? Wait, what fucking makeup does she have? Hold on. Oh shit, she does! Okay, that's probably why it makes sense. Wait, hold on. If we... you know what? That's actually fine, I think. Because we can still... Okay. Very good. Okay. I don't know why in my brain I was like, oh yeah, we still have the saucy makeup from before, but we don't. Okay. Life is good. I don't know if he's still on the phone, but we shall give him another call. Okay, disconnected line is busy. You know what? We're gonna stand in front of this fan. We deserve a fucking... Eliza deserves some cool air. Ooh, wait, how much longer am I gonna be around? Because we do want to fit in a convo with CJ. Meow. I think today is very much going to be a shuffling the pieces on the board kind of day. Like what you all saw. Oop. Like Eliza kind of adjusting things with the marshals. Pardon me? I think we give it a couple minutes, and then we'll check in with CJ, but I think there's one place that we should have Eliza visit as herself before we dive into things. Not our best work, but what you gonna do? Is this a fine spot? This is an acceptable spot. Yeah, that, damage fee is gonna be a bit brutal. Hello.
How can I turn down meeting the beautiful Eliza Stellano?
Well, I don't know about beautiful, but, I will admit my time is somewhat short today, but I wanted to make sure that,
okay.
if you, still wanted to speak and discuss what you'd asked me about, that I make myself available.
All right, perfect. I have no problem telling you where I am. Just don't tell anybody where I am, all right?
Discretion is always key.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna choose to trust you. You've honestly never given me a reason not to. Currently, do you know where the Vespucci area is by the beach?
I am quite familiar, yes.
You know where the Vespucci garage is?
Vespucci Garage, I presume that's the one that Hades uses all the time.
Yep, I've been seeing gang members go in and out of there. Listen, directly to like the southeast, there's like a house. It's like there's a red car parked underneath of it. Walk up the steps. Don't worry about the door. I broke the lock when I came in here and murdered the people inside and took this place for my own.
All right, incredible. Well, I am currently at Polito's side, so realistically, I'll probably be there. It's it's a big island.
All right.
There, Pred.
It is a big island. It is a big island. All right, I'll see you soon.
Indeed, I'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll pick up the pace a teeny bit. Locked? Yeah, should have figured. All right, south. Building with a thing. Okay. At least if we go in this direction, it'll be like, we can highway bomb to our heart's fucking content. If we can drive. Damn, we're gonna be low on gas, though. Should probably pick a lane to drive in. That'd be a good start. Honestly, what a nice afternoon drive. Yo, why am I pressing my W key so hard? Like, pushing it down harder isn't gonna make the car go faster. Rages! Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, we're flying now. Okay, well, could have used this energy a little earlier. We'll take it when we can get it, I guess. Honestly, you know what, Thiefy? I'm just gonna keep deluding myself that because it helps me feel like I'm being productive. Even if I'm not. Even if it takes us 12 hours to get from point A to point B, but it is also opposite sides of the island. Which totally makes sense. We're drinking and driving. We're not being safe. Not being responsible drivers. I imagine the people from Essex here, my very bad character voice, are probably like, who the fuck does she think she is? They're probably thinking, what? Because that is one of their primary emotions. Whew, feeling a little tired, but I'm very intrigued to see what is being cooked here. Nova! Oh my gosh, chat, shout out to Nova. What a fucking icon. I hope you're doing amazing. Okay. So, building south of the parking lot. A building with a red car parked under an awning. That's a red car, not parked under an awning. Is it like a building directly south? Yes, okay. I imagine this is it. Imagine it's not. You know what? We'll follow the voice.
I got a house guest. I gotta get. Right, we'll talk later. Save this number. Bye. Hello? Who is it? Is it the cops?
No, not the cops. Worse.
Slash me looks through peephole. My God, my sun and stars. Eliza Stellano, come on in. Come on in. I took
of
this place
course.
over. Let me give you a tour. All right. This is the entry hall. Here's the bathroom over here. In case you got to go to the bathroom.
Nautically themed. Very nice.
I'm not sure. Are you handicapped? I know if you need help, I won't look. I'll just make sure you're comfortable,
I appreciate it. It's just my lungs, nothing else.
Here's my armory. You need a gun?
Oh, wow. You know what? I don't need one right now, but I do appreciate the generosity.
All right, all my boys got pinched, so I got some to spare. All right, I got some Glockatrons, I got some revolvers, I got a bunch of ammo and magazines. All right?
All right, well, I'm a little short on funds at the present moment, but when I can
Hey, we
properly
don't deal in that
compensate-
anymore.
Are you
We
sure?
deal in favors.
Okay, favors. What kind of favors?
All right? We'll figure it out as we go. Here, walk with me. This is my bedroom. Got a nice view of the most likely
Ooh.
spot that the cops would come down if they knew
Actually,
I was here.
a good view, all things considered.
Oh, yeah, this place has great views. It was a real shame how I murdered that family, but it had to be
Yeah.
done.
Real shame. Well, 4-pound weights.
Oh, yeah, I gotta stay in shape, but I don't want to strain nothing. I'm getting old.
It is all about progressive overload, as they say.
Yeah, that and calisthenics, working your core.
That's the most
this
important
is
thing.
my living room. Look at this view of the beach. Can't beat it.
This is quite a remarkable view, all things considered.
Yeah, I got everything all set up here just the way I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But want to take a seat?
Most certainly, indeed. Thank you
All right.
for being such an accommodating and welcoming host.
Hey, I'm not some savage. All right, I believe in treating my friends good, but everyone else can fucking die.
Understandable.
Yeah, you're welcome to stay here if you're looking for a place to crash. Nobody comes here.
I will take this into consideration. I am well besuited at present, but I imagine as, the challenges that we are facing become more and more dire, the more in demand. Not only safe places, but safe connects will be.
Don't worry, I'm working on a plan that's going to take care of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Get hurt again?
No, it's just the healing process has been long. Had to get my lung replaced, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should, I'll put on a disguise. We'll go get a cheap couples massage. It's a good way to save money. Maybe that'll help you out.
I'll take that into consideration.
This is all your fault, by the way.
Do you believe it is solely my fault?
Yeah.
I don't know that it is.
I'm partially to blame. I could have left at any time.
Could've. You don't need me to go to an island.
That's
Nor
true.
probably
No, but who
wouldn't
the
for
fuck wants to
fun,
go on
yeah.
a vacation alone, though?
I dare say it is rather sad.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Go on vacation, sit at the tiki bar all by yourself, watch as everyone else has fun around you? Fuck that.
It seems very detective noir. I suppose there are some
Yeah.
that would get enjoyment out of it, but the FOMO would be devastating.
Yeah, you get to see all these people having fun, and then there's just you sitting on the fucking bar asking for another margarita.
Oh,
And they say,
oh
"Oh,
no. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're alone, visiting museums or doing something for personal enrichment, a Julia Roberts, living, laughing, eating, praying, fucking, loving, all of that stuff, that would make sense, but alone at a tiki bar? That is a cry for help.
That is a cry for help. You gotta watch that motherfucker. That motherfucker's dangerous. That motherfucker doesn't care.
No.
Oh, so I'll tell you what's been going on with me, if you're interested.
I am. I was about to ask.
I broke out of prison today.
All things considered, you seem better for wear. I imagine that's where your compatriots are got capped.
Yeah, well, Carmine and Bobby really, they don't... God bless them, they try, but I think they're both going to be on holds or some shit. And then, yeah, anyway, I broke out of prison. I snapped the guard's neck on the way out.
Wow.
Yeah, snapped that son of a bitch's neck, got the fuck out of there. Went down, got armed up, gunned down a couple cops to send a fucking message. And then I just did a radio show. I think they were trying to look for me. They couldn't find me. And then I've been laying low, hiding here on the other side of town.
I do have to commend you.
It's the most beautiful place in town. Nobody ever fucking comes down here.
It is a real shame. I believe it used to be a little more populated, but I think I'll just call them bitch fest between Hades and other divergent groups have made it a little uninhabitable.
Yeah, that was, I remember there used to be the Bondi Boys down here.
Yes, indeed. Actually, there's an Epsilon booth close to where the scuba saleswoman is that I used to do my volunteer work at.
Oh, look at you. Such a good person trying to brainwash people to your cult. That's what I like about you, Eliza.
Wouldn't necessarily say I was a good person for inherently doing that, but I shall take the compliment as it was given.
Perfect. Because I would never insult you.
Oh, never. I'm fairly certain if that ever happened, I would turn to dust.
Sure you don't want to take a gun?
But let us see if the information that I have for you is useful or helpful in any way.
Sure it will be, knowing you. You're always fucking informed. That's why I love you.
Well, you don't have to butter me up so much. I'm quite curious as to what you are hoping to accomplish.
Can't tell you just yet. I'm working on something. I got big planned.
Now, I will ask you this directly. Does this involve working with the Faceless at all? Because it will very much change the candor of, okay, very good.
Nope. Here's the thing, right? I've said it on the radio show. I'll tell you. All right? I just happen to trust the Faceless more than I do the government. That doesn't mean I'm working with them. The only reason why I chose the moniker of the Face is because the brand was already established. See, I know a lot about branding. You have this Faceless organization been plastered all around town, all people talk about. Give people something recognizable, bam, called myself the Face. You know what I mean? I can see where people might think I'm working with them. Now, am I friends with some of them? Yeah. Do they clue me in on their plans? No fucking idea. Don't 100% know what's going on in that front. Keep my hands clear of that. I was just preaching to the people about how the government's fucking losing its goddamn mind. And it's only getting worse like I fucking said it was.
I can heartily agree with that. It's a little more difficult, especially since more and more it seems apparent that the state and the Faceless are more synonymous than we originally thought.
Bingo. Why else do you think they moved all the gas to one fucking spot? They made it a target so that they can cripple the city.
One by one, each of the foundations of modern society are being crumbled beneath our feet, while officers are being scattered in multiple directions, either by their own, I'll be bold enough to say, incompetence, or simply being overwhelmed.
God, you would have made such a good cop under me. Ugh. I would have turned you into a fucking leader. Not that you would have needed any work on that. You're already a goddamn fucking leader. You got a lot of good traits, you know that?
Why do you compliment me so much?
Yeah, because you deserve it. You know how hard it is to find someone like you in life? fucking ridiculous. It's like fucking finding a needle in a haystack. You deserve to be complimented and buttered up. Because you're better than everybody else. You need to accept that.
That certainly is high praise. Now, whether
You're
or not
just like
that can
me.
be- Well, I do agree. There is a lot that we do have in common. And I think
Yeah,
that
we
is why
do.
I liken myself to you so much. Sure, you're bold, you're brash, you get on people's wrong sides very often, but people are too complacent, too comfortable. They don't understand how much of a building block conflict can be.
Backbone of society is saying, hey, fuck you to somebody and then punching them in the face. Ever since the dawn of time, there's one certainty that's brought people together. Conflict. War.
That is very true. And that brings me to a loose theory that I have. I believe we've discussed previously, we've talked about Darkstone previously at one point, yes?
Yep, we did.
How they're planted opposition.
We also talked about Nest.
So, I am no longer taking ride-alongs with the marshals. Mostly because they've been so busy I haven't been able to do such, but I have overheard a significant amount during the times that I was granted that privilege.
Can you go on ride-alongs with them whenever you want?
When they're free and available. That is the only tricky part.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no. No worries at all. Please interject with questions at any time. I can be a bit long in the tooth when I do get going. I think for the first 2 weeks I was in their custody, ride-alongs every single day. Getting a lot of insight, a lot of context, learning a lot and having some of my own puzzle pieces fitting together a bit better. But the past week and a half or so, that has dried up significantly. I think more by virtue of how busy the marshals have been than anything. I have been given an open door to get ride-alongs when they're not busy, but I'm also taking that with a grain of salt because they could simply be acting exceedingly polite to me, as
What about
opposed
the
to
prison
outwardly saying no.
takeover? What about your part and all that? They just fucking sweep that under the fucking rug?
I think because I am one of the very few people that is amicable and not outwardly volatile to most officers, they gave me a lot more leniency. That is my genuine belief.
I can see that. I would do the same. You know, man, the wheels in my head are fucking spinning right now, Eliza. It seems like they trust you. It seems like you've overheard a lot, or at least enough to satiate, my interest.
Mm.
But you know what else I think?
What's that?
What you should do? You should take my number down. All right? You should buy another phone. And, I mean, who knows? Maybe you could help me organize some hits on some of these marshals if you get, like, a ride-along with them. It's not something you could do every time. They'd get wise, but you'd have a different phone. All right? That motherfucker would get shot. I'd guarantee your safety. And then what you would just do is get rid of that shit. Just get out of the car, throw it in a dumpster real quick. Throw it down a fucking alleyway. No one would check. No one would know. Everybody'd be too concerned about the dead cop to worry about the trash that you're throwing out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could even hold on to it, get rid of it at a later date so that there's, like, no ties to nothing. I'm not sure if that's what you want. I'm just presenting that as, like, an option for something that we could do together.
Something worth considering. I will say that there are some marshals that I have come to legitimately believe are good people trying to do their jobs, and others that have either gotten lost in the sauce or so high on their own supply that they're not able to truly commit to the oath that they have taken.
I'm gonna kill them all.
All of them?
All of them need to die.
Then I will be upfront on what I can partake in. I think that's only fair. Now...
Yeah, I mean, Why, is there some that you want to be off limits?
There's a couple who have shown me extreme kindness and generosity and who legitimately seem to want to help people in spite of being part of a deeply flawed system.
But what are they doing other than talking about it?
Actively reaching out to people, giving them protection where and when they can.
Where and when they can, but how does that suffice? Like, here's the thing, right? You got to understand something about people. All right? A lot of these people are going to be filled with bullshit. When you care about something, when you actually value something, you do whatever it takes to take care of that certain aspect of your life. All right? It's a lot easier to fucking tell people, you know, give them a little puppet show of the things that they want to see to entertain them. I feel like if I show someone at a basic level that I care about them, I can convince them and manipulate them to trust me. You know, a lot of times these people ain't good. All right? If they cared, they'd be making more of an effort. And if they truly did, I mean, you know, surely they see you walking around healing, know that you're a target. They would make more of an effort. But what they do is they lift up, they just, you know what? They lift up the fucking, you know, the sheet just to show you that, you know, the bed's kind of partially made. But you don't get, but if you were to fucking lift the entire sheet, you would see that someone took a shit in it.
Oh.
You know, they hide that
grotesque.
part. All right? Like, that's how these people operate. All of them. I know this because I've worked with all these people. All right? At the end of the day, all right, they're going to do what serves their interest, what serves their higher power, which is that dickhead dictator that needs to fucking get his head cut off. I get that you want to be trusting of people, you know? And I'm not saying you're wrong for it. I'm just saying keep your eye open to certain things. They make sure they're not just paying you fucking lip service when they tell you shit.
I'll say it's less coming from a place of trust and more out of not wanting to affect myself with bad karma in regards to the ones who have shown me a lot of grace and kindness and have shown grace and kindness to others. But I'll bring up Joe Rosner specifically.
Oh, fuck Joe Rosner. I've worked with him a bunch of times. He's just another one of these fucking people that just waits to be told what to do. He's just a good little soldier. And I tell you this, he would protect you just as quick as he would gun you down if he was told to do so.
That is very true. Well, I'll at least be upfront about my ability to assist with this. Over the past 2 weeks, I've only been able to get 3 ride-alongs, so they have gotten increasingly sparse. But it's improbable, but not impossible.
All right. I'm more concerned about the things that they talk about. You know, I'm very concerned about... Here's the thing I don't understand. All right? Why the hell did they allow the gas to be moved all one spot that ain't even under fucking guard? You know, why was, you know, there was some type of water shit going on. Why weren't who tipped them off? You know what I mean? Like,
it's a very good question. I can answer that to some degree. I know that in regards to the gas, they've been monitoring a whole lot. Why they allowed that to happen, that insight I do not have. But I do understand that they still have contact with representatives from Darkstone, which, as you have expressed before, is of concern. Especially as more details have come out that these people, Darkstone, are basically subsidiaries of the whole faceless umbrella. Planted opposition. And they've been rug pulling plenty of times already. But whenever a representative from them clandestinely leaves information for them to pick up, it gets gobbled up like a bunch of starving mutts going after kibble. Same thing with, I know a lot of people will not agree with me when I say this, but I will have to say one of the things that is admirable about, Director Knight is his, well, silvered tongue. As he seems to be able to talk to just about anyone and everyone pretty smoothly. Whether or not he's able to successfully get information is, well, he has a pretty good record of that with most individuals, it appears. And he has a pretty amicable phone call relationship with a certain faceless middleman by the name of Charlie. Are you familiar with this name?
Jonathan Kane.
Yep. He, there was a day at the prison where Shang had broken in. Apparently he, was going to give someone in there a knife to take out another prisoner at the behest of the Faceless. And Brian got on the phone with Charlie to offer to give up the person that they were targeting just so they don't have to deal with issues at the prison anymore. So that's the kind of working relationship they have. Mm-hmm.
You know the name of the person that they were giving up?
Tony Corleone.
Tony Corleone?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Now, apparently, Charlie lied to Brian about the circumstances that was leading to Tony being targeted. But the fact that Brian took that offer is nonetheless quite curious. Or was seeking that offer, I should say. And if he's willing to do that so brazenly in front of me while I was in the car, regardless of his reasoning behind it, right? He could sit there and say, well, he's trying to mitigate harm by doing this so that there's less faceless bullshit going on at the prison, because this is directly after everything went down in Cleveland. You know, about 4 or so days after, I should say.
Yeah.
So that could be, you know, if I wanted to listen to it in good faith, you know, say that it's a smart move on his part, it's mitigating harm. Sure, it's a bit of a trolley problem, right? Giving up one Tony Corleone for the lives of the rest of Bolingbrook. But how flippantly he did that made me think that is likely not the first time he has done something like that, with Charlie especially, because the conversational tone he had. I might be reading into it a little too much, but that is what I gather from it.
That's insane.
They're
It's
more
not
than
even
happy
something
to...
I would do.
Mm-hmm. It's, they've been more than happy to play ball with the Faceless and their assets when it suits them. Now, it could be towards a larger goal, but ball is being played nonetheless, and it is something to be cautious of. It's really strange, the conversations I was specifically privy to. I was actually in the room while they were recording the announcement for the establishment of martial law. I was off to the side while they were filming Supreme Justice Mother Holy Angel at her desk.
Holy shit. They let you in. They let you be privy to a lot of shit.
A lot of shit. Now, could be one of two reasons, right? Having me close by, easy to keep an eye on me, because they presumed that I was a high-value target for the Faceless. That still remains to be seen. It could be that, or they wanted to funnel this information to me to see how I react. What information I would let slip in return.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask away.
How the fuck did Luciano Clark and all of them get their way into working with the state after everything that took place between Babylon and Cleveland? Like, I would argue that they were opposition number one above the Faceless to you fucking people.
This.
And then they're just working together.
So I cannot speak from the perspective of Luciano and Clark. I have divested myself from those individuals by, virtue of the consequence that I still carry on my person for trying to revolt against Cleveland. But I can't speak for them, but I can speak from what context I got from Brian. Long story short, as I know that you know these details more intimately than I do, he gave me his perspective of what happened on Sanguine. How a argument between a father and son turned into an entire island going after a sovereign nation. How Brian Knight was, I don't know if he was specifically in charge.
That's
but
not
he
what
was...
happened.
It's not what happened?
Nope, that's not what happened at all. So, partially right. There was some bad blood between some individuals. But the reason why they and so many people went to Sanguine was to do their own thing. All right, I mean, I was on the bridge when war talks were taking place of that fucking battleship. While we were on Sanguine, we had a meeting on board this battleship. All right? And it was real clear. There wasn't anything to be done. There wasn't any real type of revolt against the government. We just wanted to be allowed to go to Sanguine and do our own thing. Sanguine wasn't even recognized as like a Los Santos territory. It was basically recognized as like a foreign nation. They had no they had no oversight there on anything. I know because I was one of the generals under for the commandant.
I see.
And as far as being a leader goes, Brian never is the leader. That's why he's so bad at it now. He just whispers in people's ears, and for some reason, people placate him. I don't understand. You ever seen, like, Lord of the Rings? The Two Towers? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he's able to worm tongue all these people. I mean, he was able to worm tongue me into helping him get the position that's holding me down. Same with, the Chief Justice. They were all, the thing is, people are fucking stupid. That's the truth. And, if something presents itself as like a good option, they don't care how unreliable it could be or has proven to be in the past. Me, I have an issue where I give people the benefit of the doubt. Because me and Brian talked all about how we would work together. And then the guy gets the job and doesn't talk to me for a year. The guy just uses everybody around him. You can't trust him.
Well, chaos is a ladder, as another fictional...
Littlefinger.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Precisely.
the thing is also, he's probably feeding you a misrepresentation of information on purpose.
Oh, most certainly. I will say that our conversations have been far more cordial than I expected, but also should be expected simply by the way that he moves, right? One day the man is sniping me while I'm trying to give medical to someone in Cleveland, and the next we're, sitting in a car and a ride along just chit-chattering away about the faceless.
Should have fucking killed him right then and there.
Wheezing and collapsing on the ground while running away as another marshal pulls up and just ends everything for me.
Yeah. You would have been able to handle yourself.
But with that said, he told me about Sanguine and things that he wished he could have done differently. He mentioned...
What examples?
Wanting to conscript or open up the possibility of a civilian militia so that the people can have an opportunity to fight what they believe in or fight for what they believe in.
It's not the people's militia if they're conscripted by the government. It's just the military.
Exactly.
That guy's stupid as fuck.
To be fair to him, I don't think he said the people's militia, but I do agree with your conceit there. He expressed to me, and this was way, probably a week and a half before martial law was announced. He expressed a desire that he wished he could have done something like that on Sanguine, which was probably planting seeds to perhaps enliven the fact that he got to achieve that with his position as, I don't know if dictator's the right title, but that's the one everyone is giving him. Director certain of all of the law enforcement departments. And he has given, different groups the ability to be deputized into a civilian militia. And that includes, I presume, the likes of, Clark, Luciano, Benji, etc.
So wait, the People's Militia is actually working with them?
Yes. I don't know if you've seen any of, Treepaws has really been going on a pamphleting campaign against them, calling them rats on Twitter. A couple nights ago, the Twitter tea was piping hot.
So they ain't the People's Militia. They're just a bunch of fucking rogue goddamn Babylonians siding with the government.
I believe that there are more groups other than ex-Babylonians, but I think if you want to put it in very plain terms, yes.
That's heartbreaking because they were supposed to stand against everything. They were the perfect ally for someone like me, stand against the faceless, stand against the government. They would have been a great group to mobilize. And now you're just telling me they're just fucking more goddamn fucking stormtroopers.
Now, I will note that I am seeing this from a limited perspective as someone who hasn't been privy to certain private conversations on this subject, but that's what I have witnessed. And if I may be so bold to say, I think it's less about having convictions to stand against the government. It's having convictions on whatever side will let you hold the gun and have some authority. That's my read on the situation.
I trust you, Eliza, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Hell yeah, framing.
I got a plan. And they did all the work for me. They gathered all the gas to one fucking spot, leaving it completely unfucking protected. Certainly to make it an easy target that can be hit by whatever rogue group. Who gives a fuck anymore? Faceless, who the fuck ever? Inside job, who the fuck knows? I'm putting together an organization. I'm gonna get as many people as fucking possible. Gas is really important. Doesn't seem like there's gonna be anything else coming in quick. Those gas stations are still in rubble. No one's rebuilding them. There's no shipments coming in. There's nobody coming to save us. People just want to control us. All these people at the top have their reserves pawned off, hidden to the side in their bunkers, whatever, which I already got confirmed from the Chief Justice herself. I'm going to take over the Polito gas station in the north. Plus, if there is any type of bombings or anything going on, surely it'll happen in Los Santos County, keeping us far enough away that maybe, just maybe, we can survive it or get away. So, that's going to be my plan. Control the fuel. Become the goddamn oil baron of the north. I'll give them enough to get by. Turn it into my own fucking gas town. Mobilize everybody. We won't need money. We'll just need firepower. We'll be the richest people in the city because we'll control the goddamn supply of gas. And it's completely open. Nobody's guarding it. Nobody's watching it. Nobody fucking cares. They're painting a target, but I see it. I'm going to interfere before whatever can happen up there does happen. I'm mobilizing. I already have about 3 groups that have agreed.
Wow.
The upcoming week, we're going to mobilize and take over the gas station. And if people don't want to play ball, we'll just gun them all down and keep them clear of our little stockpile. But we're going to go a step further. If they try to take the gas station from us, we'll be the ones to destroy it.
If we can't have it, nobody will.
Bingo. That's why I want you to be my gas queen.
want me to be your gas queen?
Yes, listen, Eliza, you have a lot of skills that a lot of people don't. You know how to talk to people. All right? You have a way with words and can influence groups that I'll only piss off. Me and you are like yin and yang when it comes to diplomacy. All right, we're capable of gently massaging this idea into people's minds and easing the tension. That's what we're capable of doing together. Now, I know this might not be something that you want to do. You don't have to be a part of it. And I have no problem telling you my plans. If you fuck me over, you fuck me over. But I trust you. But it has to be done. Truly, I think this is the best option. They can't throw me in jail if I'm fucking the oil baron of fucking Polito.
That is very true. I must ask you,
Yeah.
what is your relationship with the guild?
I don't have a bad relationship with them at all. I mean, I fought alongside Jaeger and a lot of them on Sanguine. You know, even some of them now, whenever we talk, we have good relationships. Bjorn, all the such. We don't have any bad blood.
That could be something that you can angle, as they are currently the stewards of the Polito gas station. The way that
I am aware of that.
The way that they all ended up collecting all of the gas there was at one point there was a meeting between Hydra, who had custody of the one in Mirror Park, Besties, who had custody of the one in Little Seoul, and the Guild up in Polito. It turns out that Hydra and Besties didn't want to deal with the bullshit anymore, so made a deal with the Guild and also with Ron Oil to transport everything up to Polito. So the Guild has been de facto in charge of everything. They've had individuals like Jeff McDonald, Normie Reese, Kian McNulty employed up there as pump guards and whatnot.
Kian fucking McNulty is a pump guard?
Kian McNulty is one of
That
them.
guy's such an asset, he's in the videos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's going on with McNulty anyway?
I had one of the most fascinating and troubling conversations I've ever had with another human being with him.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if this is a delusion that he harbored before he was kidnapped by the Faceless, or if he was simply broken by them. But he told me in no certain terms. He heavily implied that he believed he was one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. I don't know how much you know about those conspiracy theories that have been floating around.
I don't know too much.
But he is pretty connected to that, and seeing as how much of a conspiracy nut Lando seems to be, I imagine that is probably why they would want to keep someone like McNulty close. But that is a theory on my part, of course.
Huh.
I don't know if that information is particularly useful or changes your plans at all, but I felt like it's at least important to share if you haven't heard it already.
Well, I mean, I think it's valid information. I mean, here's the real issue, right? Why ain't the Faceless made their move on the gas station yet? And then you're saying things like that, and McNulty's basically an arbiter up there keeping eye on shit.
It's likely
I mean...
is. I think it's less It's the tricky thing about the Faceless. It is less destruction for destruction's sake. Because a lot of the key figures, I'm not talking about the gang members that have signed up to be peons and pawns for the Faceless. I'm talking about the ones that are making the moves, making the decisions. They are... I have no better word to use for this than they are in a wannabe cosplay Illuminati style cult who believe that they are the arbiters of fate and believe simply by virtue of the fact that they have connection to money and resources and firepower, that they get to determine the fate of certain places. They sincerely believe that there is a new world order coming that they have designed, and they need to clear the slate. I used to believe that meant that they were going to drop a nuke on this place and clear it out completely, right? Full scorched earth. I no longer believe that. I think they are slowly, methodically edging us towards societal collapse.
Agreed.
And this requires not just simply taking out bits of infrastructure, right? Like, that would cause frustration for anybody. But what you need is to slowly ebb and bite and eat at people's resolve and patience. Because we all know how short all of our attention spans are here. Not a lot of people have the ability to withstand weeks of not no water, little water, not no gas, little gas, right? Having no...
Still start fighting.
Yeah. Yep, having nothing of a certain resource basically opens the door to go, oh, well, we can go and look at something else, right? We can go electric, but making sure that there's still that little smidgen for people to fight over, that'll leave people desperate, wanting. So then, when the time comes, once the limits have been reached, that's when they can swoop in, present themselves, whatever name they present themselves under, as the victors, as the saviors here to defeat the Faceless and clean up the terrible mess they left behind. They need people to be desperate for that help. We're not there yet. We're still at the phase where people are memeing on Twitter about innocent people being blown up. That's why I think they've left Polito. That's why I think they haven't completely wiped out the water reserves yet. Now, do I hope that I am proven wrong? Desperately so. By the grace of crap, I desperately hope I'm wrong. I hope I have been so fucking wrong about all of this that I get put in a straitjacket and yeeted into Parsons for the rest of my living days.
If you were going to go to Parsons, you would have already been there.
Quite a long time ago. Probably the first time I said, actually, you know what? One of the first doctors I met when I moved here tried to get me 5150'd. So, yeah. Would have been a long while ago.
Hey, I've been to Parsons for a while. That's why I burned it down.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I grew onions.
honestly, pretty solid.
Yeah, I was just trapped there just growing onions.
Oh, okay,
And
that
then-
does sound torturous.
And then me and some monkeys went and burned it down to ash.
Probably deserved it. But with all of that said, that is my theory as to why. Just based off of everything I've experienced and I've observed. And I think the people who are going to benefit most from this, which is why I believe that your move for the gas station is a brilliant idea, is it's going to be the people who take initiative. who don't seek to simply stop things, right? Mitigating harm, that is good, that is important. But knowing how to rebuild and resituate yourself after so that you're not under the yoke of whatever this fake rescuer is, that's going to be the most important thing. Because I certainly don't want to owe a debt to the faceless wearing a smiley face mask.
Agreed.
With that said, as very convincing the offer is, I will have to admit I do have some of my own baggage that I still need to tend to.
That's understandable. I get it. You go through a lot.
I have no one to blame but myself. Wow, it really is my fault that we're here, huh?
It is. You should blame yourself on that one. I already told you we could have gotten the plane and just left town.
I think from our last conversation we recognized that that time is certainly long past.
Yeah, and it just would have ended up with us doing probably this exact same scenario on some foreign island.
Still be my fault, though.
It would be. It would be for sure.
With that said, I will not breathe a word of this to anyone else. And if I learn or hear of anything that is useful, of course I will pass that along.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that.
Truly the least I can do, even if I cannot actively take a role in being the gas queen
Of Gastown.
of Gastown. Whole lot of gas. Oh lordy,
But
look on
it's
the
ours.
gas on that one.
Exactly. Look at all that gas.
Precisely.
That's a lot of gas.
With that said, I will help how I can. I do want to be honest about the means that I have.
All right. I think we can still work together
Most certainly, and I would like that very
until
much.
I get fucking pinched.
Well, let us hope that does not happen.
Yeah, let us hope.
But to that degree, if anything does change, I will make sure that you are the first to know.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that, Eliza.
But I must admit, my time is growing somewhat short on this day. Did you
Well, that's fine. I get that.
have any other questions for me?
No, we can always meet again in the future.
Very much so.
Need a gun from the armory?
You know what? If you have a spare one that you are willing to trade for, oh goodness, I have some mozzarella sticks.
Hey, I love mozzarella sticks.
Incredible. They're getting a little stale, but they have a bit of a stretch to them still.
Hey, you want to know something?
What's that?
Cheese pool's all bullshit. I just fucking bite it, eat it. I don't give a fuck about aesthetics. Just nourishment.
Well, very fair.
All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, we got a couple revolvers that you could pick one of them. Should be you can grab a couple cylinders as well. Maybe even like split some ammo. Grab a little bit of that for yourself.
That is exceedingly generous.
Hey, I would have given you the world, or at least what I could have.
You're giving me
Could've
a
been
bit
my
of
gas
protection,
queen.
which I appreciate greatly.
Yeah, you're gonna need that shit.
Urella.
And they probably will like you enough that they'll look the other way on it anyway.
Alright, if I may, I'll grab this double action
Yeah.
here and a couple of cylinders.
Yeah, it's all yours. Take it. Don't pull it out here, just in case.
Oh,
someone sees
no,
the
of
windows
course,
and calls.
And I do not wish to blow up your spot like that.
All right, Eliza.
Mm.
It was nice talking to you. If you need me for anything, just give me a call. Or here's one thing that we can do. If you need me real bad and it's urgent and I'm not around, put a note in there.
Can and will do. Well, as always, a distinct pleasure.
It always is, Eliza.
Right over.
That's the bathroom.
This is the. Okay, there we go.
Yep. See you later. Bye.
I think putting Kyle on the path of Brian working with Charlie might give Eliza insight on some things. Oh, 100%. And I think Eliza's gonna try to utilize leveraging some of that. Oh, this is how the fuck do we get out of here? How the fuck do we get? Okay, we're good. We're figuring it out. One day at a time. Oh, that's the Billabong. Oh, that's where we're at. Okay. Just gonna do some illegal driving. Just so I can go somewhere else. Just gonna do some illegal drive. Jesus Christ, we're such bad drivers. I think exploring this kind of angle could be a really fun seed to plant for the future. Especially with the high possibility that that Pred does, get caught or something like that. But that was such a fun fucking scene. I'm very intrigued to see where it goes. And I think we dropped enough incendiary stuff that it could lead to something interesting. What up, Rambo? Yeah, so much love to Kyle. That was such a fun scene. I'm glad that these characters are getting a chance to RP together a bit more. A high value man.
Hello.
Hello. Checking
morning.
in to see how you were doing.
Not bad. I'm just at City Hall with Nancy watching, or I guess I was watching a court case where Jeb got corruption, 10 years in prison, and a $1.5 million fine because he gave Cleveland people a kebab so they wouldn't shoot ODPD.
Incredible stuff. Justice system at work.
I forgot how crazy this fucking city is, man.
Mm-hmm. I just had a very interesting conversation with one of the most sane members of the city, so I feel that very deeply right now.
One of the most sane or insane?
Oh, sane!
Who's that? I didn't know we had those.
I was being facetious. It was a certain Kyle Pred.
Oh boy. Oh my god, Bro. Have you seen what he's twatting out?
Uh-huh.
How's he feeling about things?
You know what? He has a bit of a revolutionary spirit in him. He seems to have a lot of ideas on what should be happening. It'll be interesting to see how it gets executed.
Yeah, he always seems to have a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm. But I am, at my leisure for a little while if you wanted to chat at all. But if you are, engaged in your court case, I shall leave you to it.
It is over now. We're probably heading back up to the camp, so feel free to stop by whenever.
Oh, brilliant. I will, make sure that I give a decent amount of space and wait until you all arrive so that I'm not standing there and waiting in a, creepy manner.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Honestly, if Eliza wasn't so caught up in the faceless stuff, going just full chaos and doing Gas Queen stuff with Kyle would be such a fucking funny arc. Oh my god. But there's so much going on. Gas Queen would definitely perma. I know I am missing out on the single greatest arc in NoPixel history. But that's okay. There can be other ways that Eliza can contribute, you know? Because I think there's going to be some people that Eliza's going to seek out forging tighter bonds with. For the sake of positioning, like, okay, who are people who are self-starters, right? Who are people who are capable of gaining power and leveraging power, right? Regardless of how many times they lose it. Like, I think those, that was a strange sound, those are the kinds of individuals that Eliza is going to be looking at as she considers next steps. Yeah, Eliza would be shot on the daily. Oh my. Imagine, I think that would legitimately, with as much of a cheerleader as Lang has been for Eliza, I think Eliza working with Pred, I don't know who would be, CJ would be disappointed. Right, that's the truth of it. CJ would very much be disappointed, like, why the fuck are you doing that with Pred? But I think Lang would actually be... Damn it. And just because of how much of a cheerleader he's been for Eliza, that would actually break Lang's heart if Eliza was like, hey, Lang, peace. Yeah, I don't think Eliza can take that for granted at all. Here's the thing, Eliza is not one of his boys, right? And you know how the boys feel about the boys. But the fact that he's still, you know, oh god, that deer is still there. I feel bad. I interrupted my own thought. Oh yeah, the fact that after everything he went through, he was still like, hey, Eliza, how are you doing? I think is pretty significant in Eliza's mind. Do I want to, you know what? It's a rental. Let's be reckless. It's a rental. We're low on gas. Why not waste it in this hyper-specific way? Oh no! Oh, jeepers. Jeepers criminelli. Oh. Are we gonna be able to make it over? I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it over. Oh yeah, we're more than fine. I feel like it's maybe less of a you're breaking my heart and more of a what the fuck is wrong with you, Eliza? I think that's like one of the funniest things is when Lang is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, brother, we're all trying to find that out. Brother, the jury's still out on that one. Why are you driving like 30 miles an hour? What are you, a grandma? Honestly, Eve was such a fucking boss, though. Don't run me over, 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 don't run me over. Oh god, oh god. Oh god. There isn't anywhere else I can cross. Don't run me over, don't run me over, don't run me over, don't run me over, don't run me over. Don't run me over. Don't run me over. Don't run me over.
Hey.
Hey, I am in the tunnel. I don't know if you are here already.
Okay, just park out there and then run in. I am here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I already parked outside.
All right, see you soon.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I hope it isn't too much of a problem if I come here in plain clothes.
Nah, it should be fine.
But I hope you are well on this day.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm cooking up some soup. We're canning it now. We're at the canning stage, which is
Ooh.
sick.
Anything I can help with?
I mean, you can try it if you'd like.
I would love to.
It's a basic vegetable broth, and then we have added carrots,
Good day, Nancy.
onions, potatoes. and
Oh, it smells so good.
Hey, Winjet.
It's a rough time healing.
I see.
Yeah.
There's some spoons here, and you can feel free to give it a shot.
Thank you very much. Here, I'll, careful, grab one of those.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like on a scale from 1 to 10.
I think it needs more salt. It's a 1. I have to be honest with you.
What? You hate it?
I don't hate it. I just
You
think
hate it.
I don't. No. Hate is never a word. Here's the thing.
Somebody sabotaged the soup while we were gone.
It smells. Here's the thing. It smells amazing. I think my taste buds might be a bit fried, to be frank.
We'll work on it.
But it smells amazing.
Thanks.
I did get my ass beat by a mountain lion a little earlier, so odds are it, might have messed with my taste buds a little bit. But yeah, it definitely needs more
That's
salt.
gotta be it.
I'll be honest, CJ, she's just straight up lied to your face there. She hates the soup.
I know.
Here's the thing. It's not to my taste, but I wouldn't say I hate it. I feel as though hate would be a 0 out of 10.
It's the first batch. It's fine. We'll work on it.
It smells really good, though.
So, how you been?
Pretty good. I, finalized my decision to, divest myself from my current position of being protected by the marshals by just telling them straight up and giving them the key back to the safe house. It's been about a week and a half of mostly radio silence, so I think my ability to drink that well has been dried up a significant amount, and I don't see there being any value in me hanging around and hoping something will happen when I can still potentially leverage future ride-alongs and other things without being seen as a burden that they have to check in on every day. I don't want there to be any resentment building, especially if it's, a bunch of unanswered calls, a bunch of, text tag, etc.
Yeah, 100%. That makes sense.
I decided to make that choice, especially with a lot of the things that have been happening and the military stuff that happened yesterday. There's no way on Kraft's brown dirt that they were going to be bringing me on any more ride-alongs of that caliber.
What exactly happened with all that in the city yesterday?
Apparently it was a bit of a repeat of what happened last week, from what little bit I gather. That there was a military convoy that was checking on infrastructure points throughout Los Santos mostly, but San Andreas at large. And it ended up being attacked by some assets. I was fishing with Andy in the Alamo Sea. We were doing some catching up when about a half dozen plus of those Black Hawk helicopters that I imagine you all are more than familiar with, flew overhead towards Zancudo. So whether or not it was an intentional assault or it was pomp and circumstance to hide something else happening, that is still lost to me, but it stayed mostly in Los Santos proper, excepting the prison.
Bam. Yeah, we were like biking around yesterday and just saw crashed helicopters everywhere.
Oof. But at any rate, I'll have to say the insight of choosing this place out of anything is a really good choice. It's far enough away from what is going to be relentless issues. The only downside is it sounds like a couple of groups are going to try to fight over the Polito gas station, which doesn't make sense, but... So there might be some heat in that direction, but you ought to be relatively fine over here still.
They're gonna fight Lando?
I think people are deluded into thinking that, well, maybe not deluded, it does come from a founded place. The one who's going to hold the power is the one who holds control of the gas.
I can't say I'm surprised that people are thinking that way, but it seemed like he had a handle on it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a couple of people who are getting antsy with what's going on and think that there's a vacuum that they can snatch, but especially with how well-liked the guild is up here by the other adjacent MCs, I doubt that's going to be particularly productive. Then again, groups like Hades never really thought about likability or reasonability, ever.
What groups are going after it? Do you know?
It sounds like Hades is one of the key groups I heard of.
Hades is back?
Or maybe I guess like people from Hades?
Oh.
Because there's, or maybe it's what do they call themselves? Habibis?
Oh, maybe. I could see that for sure.
That's me mixing up those names. Heard a little whisper about someone from Dullahan's, but it might have just been them memeing about, becoming the Immortan Joe of Polito.
Well, I won't be shocked if we hear a bunch of rapid gunfire across the street.
Yeah. But, with that said, it'll be very interesting to see what the week ahead brings. Actually, it won't be interesting because you all are safe up here and none of that matters.
That's right.
And I completely forgot rule number 1. Forgive me.
It's all good. Still often hear about what's going on in the city either way.
It's probably best that, to the best of my ability, to keep you all informed in case it does come your way. At least the pertinent stuff. The fiddly details probably do not matter so much.
Yeah, agreed.
Eliza, were you there in Cleveland when Jeb came in to change our dispatch names to CLV?
No. I do not recall that at all.
Well, he's just gone down for corruption for that.
Sounds about right.
Yep, he just went to the court case.
Heard a little bit about that. I heard about how, oh goodness. Wasn't Jeb, but Bobby and Carmine got locked up for trying to break successfully breaking Kyle Pred out of prison.
So they're all in there?
Not Pred, no. Pred is out there somewhere. We had a brief conversation. And Bobby and Carmine are held until trial, if I'm correct. The details might be a little lost on me, but...
Damn.
As the former heads of Dogtown, it is a very interesting irony there.
What on earth is Dogtown?
Dogtown! So, I believe it was around the time, slightly before, when I moved here, before the tenure of Scotty Bard as warden of Bolingbrook, Bobby Charles and Carmine Costello were co-wardens of Bolingbrook and called it Dogtown, where they, did what they do best. Antagonize people, torture the inmates, pit people against each other, all that jazz.
I see. What now, Eliza?
I still have some business I need to tend to, so I'm going to explore other avenues and try to be reasonable as to where I walk them, right? Like, with the marshals, I had a lot of privileges afforded to me, probably because they see me as a more amiable person. But the moment that well dried up, I have to recognize it's time to amicably move on and look in other directions. What that is specifically, I have not determined quite yet. But I am at least well furnished enough to know where I can duck my head safely and
Good.
the like. And as much as I would love to plant seeds and rebuild something here, I am not going to bring any of my personal baggage.
Oh, I think that's a very good mindset. You need to take that call, Nancy?
You're asking me that.
Is your phone rang?
Yeah, I don't know who it is. The number I don't have saved.
How'd they get your number?
The lemon list.
Ah, free. Free what?
Free to talk?
Ah.
Yeah. I'm literally just free to do anything. For the first time in years.
Well, not anything.
It's gotta be a nice breath of fresh air, all things considered.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I just say it like that, CJ.
What do you mean? I said it exactly in the way I meant it. Not anything. There's two things we don't do here.
What?
We don't get involved with the faces. We don't get involved with police/marshals.
And stalkers.
And we did both of that.
Yeah, but that one's like a anywhere you go. That's not a here thing.
Oh, I'm definitely not allowed here then.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
she's having the same tendencies now, too. Exact same person, too.
Oh, I just remembered. I don't think I ever got the chance to proactively give you the phone numbers that he uses, just so you know who not to talk to.
Of course, he's got multiple. Of course, he has.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the first one?
All right, so the first one is 420-675-4695.
Okay.
All right, and the secondary number, 420-797-1901. 420-797-1901.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wish some people would just get a life of their own.
Yeah. I mean, the apocalypse is happening. You know, you don't. One does not need to pocket watch other
Yeah,
people.
I feel like you got better things to do now.
Most certainly. Oh, you already may be aware of this, but that house over yonder is where he frequently frequents.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him to be being the person that killed the cow, you know?
That's believable.
Yeah, I also think that's believable.
But changing the subject to perhaps lighter means, unless you have any additional questions about this individual.
Nope.
What projects are you all working on this week, if I may be privy?
I'm just souping it up.
Incredible.
I'm working on myself, Eliza.
In what manner, if I may ask?
I just have a lot of issues that I need to resolve.
As always, the journey is one of many tiny steps as opposed to a giant leap forward and stumbling backwards. I've certainly had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah. I think I've learned it the hard way and I still do it. So I'm not sure what that makes me anymore.
Do you believe you are beholden to your nature, if I may boldly ask?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Growth can be difficult in constantly shifting soils. While it does happen naturally, it can be difficult to recognize it and purposefully tend to it. While there are a lot of subconscious behavioral changes that happen simply by being subject to existing in a world full of stimuli, truest changes when you take a moment and look into the clear waters of oneself. Because you can never see your own reflection properly in a storm. And take those moments to intentionally look at what isn't working and what do you want to change. Hope you can forgive me for getting a little kiflommer on you there, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot recently.
No, I like that a lot, actually. And you're right, the mindset doesn't shift instantly, does it? But it's how you act upon it.
I mean, I think most behavioral psychologists, like Jung, would agree that intentional behavioral change is best achieved when it is something that is taking intentionally and incrementally over time, because that sticks a little better, as opposed to, you know, like, let's say you're someone with anger issues that lashes out emotionally at inopportune moments, just to pick an example out of the air. Simply deciding on a singular day, I'm not going to be mad today, isn't going to change the behavioral change. It's recognizing what are the, I suppose, what are the stimuli that creates that motion? Where the anger or the emotion becomes unbearable and overbearing. And once you identify that, you'll be able to recognize it when it's about to happen. Then, learning redirection or coping mechanisms, right? There are things like maladaptive coping mechanisms where you overcorrect in the wrong direction. But healthy things like a thinking exercise before you take any action, or if you find yourself in need of, like, physically expressing emotion, where to direct that energy. If I may ask, what is a habit you're trying to break? What are you hoping to change?
Looking into things I shouldn't. Talking to people I shouldn't.
Now, I certainly have no leg to stand on in this regard, as certainly fallen down that rabbit hole many times. And it can be difficult to take those moments to stop, pause, think. Is this something that will serve me, or am I simply satiating a hunger that will never be fed?
That's a very good analogy. A hunger that will never be fed.
because I will not presume to know exactly the way that your mind works. But I know we do look at quite a few things quite similarly, based off of our conversations. And you likely feel the very same hunger that I do.
Yes, very much so.
Insight, knowledge.
Yep,
It is the engine that keeps us running.
yep.
But when we speak of hunger, one can always overindulge or sup oneself on something that ends up making us ill, making those around us ill. Now, the pursuit of knowledge is always noble, but the manner in which it is pursued can have unintended consequences. Especially when that information is gained from mouths that will bite.
Which has been my whole issue for a very long time. Not finding out information from minds that actually the value of that information is worth it, and just taking it from everyone.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the times that cannot be figured out in hindsight, right? It does take a lot of pattern recognition that one has to develop. What are similar behaviors or similar types of information that can lead to trouble?
Someone giving me something elusive.
Mm-hmm. Describe that to me.
I can give you one that happened just right now that's actually sent me into an absolute turmoil. Irish called me. He said, I'm going to leave this unlocked for you. I think you should see it.
Really?
That's it.
That's it?
That's what
he
left
gave
it
you a
with.
MacGuffin, and that's...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I laugh, but I know, right? Because you want to know.
Yes.
It's Schrodinger's concept. There could be anything in there.
Yeah, what if it's a bunker? What if it's...
Could be a bunker, could be a trap. Could be someone watching to see what you are susceptible into being pulled to. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say Irish is the type to do that, but what if he is in a chaotic mood? And someone is like, oh, Irish, you know what you should do? You should try to get Nancy to look at this thing. That would be so funny. And he would probably do it. And now, you... taking his, offer in good faith are now either kidnapped or taken hostage or blown up. I know that's an incredibly dire example, but it's patterns like that. Things that are presented in a clandestine manner, where they are hoping that those of us with active imaginations will fill in the blanks to draw us in closer. It's why people like Brian Knight are so effective at their jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as many people loathe him, he is regrettably effective at what he does.
Yeah, he is.
Because he can
and
use...
it always gives you so much, but so little. It's so frustrating to someone like my mind.
Oh, I very much agree with you, right? You use a lot of evocative words, drum up things that are maybe not emotion-grabbing, but certainly intriguing. And then leave a little bit at the end of a sentence for someone else to fill in the blank. Right?
Yeah. And I always have to fill in that blank. It's so frustrating.
I think this will be a fun exercise, if I may be indulged in this. let us say there is a blank to be filled. What are ways that we can satiate the need to fill that blank without putting yourself, I'll focus on you, yourself in the line of fire, metaphorical fire?
Perhaps I need to think more of it in that what you said about, okay, someone could have set that up as a trap for you. Perhaps I satiate it by coming up with all of the possibilities that could happen in that moment. Because I never think like that, ever.
What could it take to get you to think like that?
I'd probably need to write it. Every time an opportunity arises, I'd probably need to write it out. See it, reread it. And now it might come a point where something comes up that I write about, and I realize that actually the possibilities with looking into something like that might be worth its while. I think a lot of them will come back. It's not worth the risk. But it might help me actually decipher what is and what isn't.
It is an incredibly useful tool because the brain is so tricky when it comes to memory, right? We have liminal memory, we have memories that are tied to emotions, right? And especially when it comes to information, right? The things that we hunger for, that's going to give us an impulse, right? We're not going to want to wait. What if the opportunity's lost? Whereas when you give yourself an opportunity to digest that in hindsight, that can help create new neural pathways. Because once we establish a habit, our brains really do love habits and routine. And when we do exercises like that, our brains legitimately create new synapses so that, the electric ways that our hormones and chemicals in our body formulate the thoughts in our brain, it becomes like an actual physically ingrained in our body habit, so that it'll come to a point where it'll be a reflex. You don't have to think about it anymore.
Have you ever seen the imagery of that, the brain actually relinking?
Yes.
Fascinating, right?
Obsessed with it. I remember it was when I got to my tier 3 Epsilon program training, it was that was sort of the subject that we were studying. It's a beautiful and terrifying thing, all of that happening inside of us.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up, I don't know who you are. Apologies. Hopefully it's nothing important, but I don't care.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll be like that.
But I think that's a very good place to start. You want to know what I tried doing that did help?
What?
I would write down the thing that I'm feeling obsessive over, then I would tear out the paper and eat it. Now, do I suggest doing something that extreme? No.
I'm going to be honest, Eliza. With my brain, probably it's a good idea to do something extreme.
You could also leave this place and do all the things you want to do. Freely.
Yeah, I could do that.
But would you grow?
No.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to grow out there.
but that's not the question.
I feel like there's perhaps context that I'm missing here that I am not privy to. Nor will I question. But
Yeah.
if you are intentional about wanting to break these habits, take it from a filthy Kiflamer. Truly a filthy Kiflamer. If you want to see success, that might be the best angle to approach it from.
Yeah, I think so. And I'd be against my very own words if I didn't want to grow. Because I expect it of other people, but why not myself?
At any rate. Hope you can forgive me. I monopolized the conversation for my own intellectual wants.
No, I wanted to listen to that. I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't.
CJ does bring up a very good point. It is good to recognize where knowing where the growth will happen best. Because sometimes when you are in a place where you can breathe, certainly gives you room, you can see your reflection clearer, but will you be challenged enough to make the growth that needs to happen? It's one of those strange dichotomies, right? In some ways, having a silent moment, healing can happen. In others, you have to be pushed, prodded. Like Damascus steel. Smashed with hammers until strength and stability is forged. Oh, what's that phrase? The boiling water that softens the potato, hardens the egg.
I've never heard that, but that's fire.
That is
I've
likely
never heard
true
that
as well.
quote either. That's very good.
I definitely stole it from somewhere. Whether or not it was a children's cartoon is a little lost on me right now.
That's really good. Yeah, maybe I'll write it out. Maybe I'll try that today.
Either that or a lobotomy. But I doubt any of us want that.
Are you offering?
I am not qualified.
Yeah, maybe I do need that. Perhaps.
CJ, can I hear more about the soups?
Yes. So, we have vegetable broth, and then we're gonna have a cow broth and a chicken broth, and then here's I think I already said this. Did I say the soup names to you already?
Oh, what was it? Doomsday Pepper. I remember overhearing you say that one when I visited
Rest
the
in
other day.
peas.
Oh, what's in that
This
one?
one's Armagarden. That one's just a pea soup.
Okay.
Then we're gonna forage for mushrooms and make mushroom cloud. Then we've been beet, which is a beet soup. potato. Oh no. End of the vine, which is a tomato soup, and then we got squashed, which is a squash soup.
Somehow uplifting, as dour as the names are.
I'm very excited. It's our first batch that we're canning right now.
Incredible. Well, while I am impugning on your company here, if there's anything I can do to help.
I'd love to have a quick chat with you over here.
Oh, of course.
Anything that you want to say without Nancy standing there? I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to see.
Yeah, let's see. Forgive me if I said this already. It's one of those things where there was so much shared the other day that I cannot remember. Brian Knight has also talked to the Oracle. The Oracle pinged him to Fort Zancudo and gave him a book that had information about Darkstone and Blackridge. Information about Charlie and Delta's relationship and the presumed failed assassination. So, people that we know the Oracle have been in contact with, there's the laundry list. Kyle Pred reached out to me because he wants me to help him assassinate some of the marshals. I'm going to be very cautious about that. And he offered me to be his Polito gas queen because he's going to be one of the people trying to take over Polito gas.
Huh, okay.
Do we have any food? Are we gonna make some?
I'm trying to think if there... I already said what I said about the marshals. I have no issue with that being public knowledge, especially with me saying that I'm amicably moving on because I don't want to overload them. It really is because it's a well that's become completely dried up, and I'm going to explore other avenues because I'd rather be actively looking in, or being open to looking into things and not sitting in a safe house while...
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that is all the pressing things that I needed to bring up. I was going to try to ask Alfonso as to why he told me to look out for Ian Crawford, so hopefully I'll be able to get that insight from him at some point, but that is all I have. Yes.
Oh, he's right there. Well, he just went inside, but he was right there.
Well, my lucky day!
Perfect.
With that said before, I miss you all very much. There's a part of me that does wish that I could be here and help build things, but I very much recognize what I am doing and what I'm getting into. Or what I have already gotten into, let's be honest. If you all prefer that I come here incognito, if and when I do visit, I'm more than happy to do such.
I don't think you need to do that at all.
Last thing I want to do is... I don't believe I have any heat, but if this is a faceless, long burn, oh, we killed all of your friends and bastardized, you know, the thing you dedicated your life to, we're gonna, you know, wait until the opportune moment to fuck you over, I'd rather it not be here.
No, absolutely. But I think you should be fine just showing up as you are. I don't think I'm under any assumption that they don't know we're here.
Cassie expressed as much. She said, I imagine you probably know where your friends are, and we're pretty sure we know where they are too. I just didn't say anything while she told me that stuff. It was when I was giving the key back. I was asking her where to put it, so you didn't need that information. But I'm telling you anyways.
No, I actually have a lot of respect for you, you know, being out there doing what you're doing right now and understanding that that is an option. But obviously, you know, it's not up to me as like dictating anything, but you always have a place here as far as I'm concerned.
I imagine Lang wouldn't have called me the other day if that wasn't the case. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, I am not expecting brownie points by any means because I do not know if this is going to bear the fruit. I hope it does, but
At
I have
least
to
you're trying
try.
something. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. But, that is all I can search my mind for at this, current moment.
Okay.
I imagine things with Nancy are difficult. Sorry if that conversation was a little overborne.
No, it's fine. That's the first time you've had it with her. I've had it with her a lot. I mean, listen, like, it's just like I listened to that conversation and it really hit me like, I don't think she wants to change those things. Like, the way she describes it, it sounds like it's something that brings her joy and happiness. And I don't want people to be here in this place where we're literally just living and chilling and feel like they have to stop being happy or stop doing something that makes them happy. You know? So I don't know how there is no giant pressing thing with Nancy. Like, she has no real responsibilities to where she wouldn't be able to be everything she wants to be. The only thing is there's just, you know, the faceless and the police and stalkers and whatnot. That whole thing, it can spiral into that so fast with the kind of shit she does. Like, I know that firsthand, right? So it just she can't be who she truly wants to be here is what scares me, because I don't want to turn anybody into something they're not, especially when there's no point in it.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll be direct and frank right now. That's probably something you've had to mull in your mind about me quite a bit. If I may be so bold to be direct. I won't expect any comment on that, but...
No, all I'm thinking right now is...
Grab some cash with Zeke. I'll be back, right?
Wait, maybe talk to him real quick first. Hold on.
What'd you say?
Before he disappears. She just has some questions for you.
Oh, a very quick question, if you have the briefest of moments. I don't want to trouble you with this if it's not a subject you want to talk about.
No,
but...
Eliza, I'm an open book when it comes to you. You can ask me any questions.
Well, as always, your generosity to me is exceeding, and I appreciate it. Why did you tell us to look for Ian Crawford?
At that moment, I accepted death, and I thought the only person that could possibly, you know, guide you or the cops into finding out the island would be Ian Crawford, since he showed up on the island uninvited and without Charlie's notice. And he handed CJ a book, so I assume maybe he is trying to undermine Charlie in a way. So that could be a possibility. He could do it more because of their history they have between them, where Charlie tried to kill him 5 years ago.
All right. I really appreciate the context. Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Of course. I do have a question, though, for you, if you don't mind.
Ask away.
Were you able to figure out who these people are? Like the Ian Crawfords of the world, the Charlies of the world? Who are they?
I heard some theories from Brian, which I find very intriguing. I think, it's all a bit of a big web. Maybe a rabbit hole we can dive down
Yeah.
When you're not so pressed to have to meet with your son.
For sure. I definitely want to talk to you about him. And especially not here, because you never know if these people are always listening to. Never want to take a chance. All right, we'll talk later. Hope you feel better.
I'll do my best. Basically the answer I expected, but it's good to get clarification just in case.
Yeah.
He asked me if I knew how Charlie and Ian and everything was all connected. I told him, not 100% sure, but Brian told me some theories. You might want to talk about it a little bit later, but... I know Alfonso has been through a lot and seen a lot, and seeing as how it's... him and his boys that are caught in this web. I do not want to share more than what is needed. Is there any context, do you think, that would be valuable for him to know? Or do you think it's...
Nah, I don't think so. I think we all retired.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I don't even know why he's asking, to be honest.
Wanted to double check, because I know that you said quite a lot of people on the island were privy to things, but... Still wanting to exercise caution.
Yeah, I'm like, now that I'm on the mainland and I can control what's out there, I just give nothing.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Trying to think if I have anything else of value to say, and I don't think I do.
Huh. Well, it was nice seeing you. The next soup will be even better.
Incredible. Very much look forward to it. And, is there anything else you need of me right now?
Nope.
Excellent. Well, you stay safe, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
CJ, I was maybe gonna make a comment there, but she changed subjects pretty quickly. But also good timing, because I'm not gonna lie, chat, I'm pretty tired. And I got things I gotta take care of. There's probably more we could have RP'd and chatted about, but as you could probably hear, I was kind of starting to get in a bit of a goofy mood, so... Please don't run me over. Please don't run me over. Alright, we're gonna play Frogger. Did they swerve towards us? That's fucked. What are you doing in the middle of the road there, friend? Suppose the median's as safe as any. Hell yeah. That's a lot of fun RP! Yeah, almost 4 hours. Is that a... Oh, that's a shadow. I love how pronounced some of the bird shadows are. It's pretty sick. A lot of birds up in Polito, actually. I think since Eliza's being like, done being undercover, just taking a moment to kind of just be more herself. I think she's allowing herself to indulge in that a little bit. I forgot this is gonna look a little goofy, but that's okay. Oh, not what I... Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Oh no! You know what? That's fine too. Yeah, that's actually all fine. That's fine. Yeah, that'll be out of habit. Should try to... Okay, yeah, we're so fucking good on shmoney. So... we'll do that. We'll do that and life will be good. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I hope you've been enjoying all of the RP. Oh, wait, fucking got a text.
Hello.
Hello there, Marshall. My apologies. I was very taken up in a rather engaging conversation. What do I owe the pleasure?
Oh no, I heard you needed a ride along of sorts, or you need somebody to pick you up. I guess.
No. No, I had actually just reached out to Cassie and Director Knight, mostly via text, to recognize that I know that you all have been exceedingly busy and haven't been as available for things, so that I am, loosening up and stepping away a little bit so that you're not so beholden to me, as I believe the dangers that required my custody and protection have passed.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay, because I was instructed to, take on a ride along and stuff like that. So.
Oh, well, I'll have to say my time today is growing rather short, but if the offer is still open in the future, I know it is very much a privilege, and I'd be delighted.
Okay. Just if you can, just follow with Cassie and let them know if if you're going to bed or anything like that. Just let them know. So we had this conversation already. But yeah, if you're good, then I guess have a good one. Then I guess.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right.
You stay safe out there.
I'll try. Have a good one. Okay.
Bye. Oh no, the timing! Dang, that could have been fun. We haven't really gotten to hang out with Wayne that much. Huh. I wonder if it's a miscommunication thing. Yeah, it shows that the door is still open for Eliza, right? Like, it isn't a hard, but... Kisakarive? I hope I probably butchered the hell out of that. That's really nice. Thank you so much. It's definitely ebbs and flows with the arc that we're currently in, where there's gonna be some slow stuff and there's gonna be some more action-packed stuff, so... With that said, chat, I am tired as fuck. I'm so tired. And I've got other IRL stuff to take care of. But I very much appreciate you all. I really do hope you are enjoying the RP as much as I have. I wasn't sure how much we'd get done today, but I think these are some good seeds to kind of plant for the coming week to see what direction things go and all of that jazz. Now, did Eliza immediately blow up Kyle Pred's spot to CJ? Yeah. Does Eliza think CJ's gonna keep that to herself? Yeah. But we'll see where this goes, because it does kind of feel like it's a point where Eliza should explore things a bit more, even if that does mean that she's, like, you know, on her own a bit. I think we are going to send some love to... Oh, let's send some love to Stone Dog. Dang. There it is. Chat, I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you again for the good vibes. And shout out to everyone that we got to have some fun as fuck RP scenes with today. It'll be very interesting to see where this angle is gonna go. But go spread those good vibes. I appreciate you all greatly. Potentially no stream tomorrow, definitely stream on Monday. With that said, go send Stone Dog a bunch of love. Plays Sam Spade, always good vibes. I'll see you then.